Hari Om. Canto-2, Vrindavana-khanda. Chapter 2, The Origin of Govardhana Mountain and the Arrival in Vraja. The conversation continues among the Nandas, Upanandas and Vrishabhanus. Nanda Gopa said, "O son Nanda, you are omniscient. Could you tell us about the origin of the Govardhana mountain? Along with that, could you also narrate the story of the Yamuna river?" Son Nandan said, "Once in Hastinapura, Maharaja Pandhu asked Bhishma Pitamaha the same question. When Bhishma answered, other people along with Pandhu and myself had the opportunity to hear Govardhana's story. When Lord Krishna decided to descend to earth, he said to his beloved Radha, 'Do not grieve over my separation. Radha, I will take you with me to the earth.' Then Radha Devi said, 'I can never be happy in a place where Vrindavan, Yamuna and Govardhana do not exist.' Hearing this, Lord Krishna sent from his own abode a vast area encompassing the Vrindavan, Govardhan, the Yamuna and 24 forests to earth, forming the celestial Goloka Dham on earth. Govardhan mountain was born from the womb of the wife of Dronachala, located in the Shalmala island on the western side of Bharat. At the time of Govardhan's birth, the Himalaya and Sumeru mountains also arrived there, and after offering their respects and praises, they returned. Thus, Govardhan began to be known as Giriraj, the king of mountains. Once, Sage Pulastya was traveling on earth on a pilgrimage. While the sage was traveling, he happened to see Mount Govardhana. He found that beautiful place suitable for meditation and felt a great desire to take the mountain to his native. For this purpose, Sage Pulastya approached Dronachala. After Dronagiri welcomed him, the sage said thus, "Drona, you are the father of Govardhan. I am Sage Pulastya from Kashi. I request you to offer your son Govardhan to me. I intend to place Govardhan in Kashi, which is the abode of Lord Shiva." Hearing this, Dronachalam's eyes were filled with paternal affection. Dronachala said to the sage, "O sage, I will be distressed to part from my son, for he is very dear to me. However, fearing your curse, I will let my son go with you." Afterwards, Dronachala gave his son the permission to go with the sage. When Sage Pulastya approached Govardhan, the mountain asked how he would be carried to Kashi. The sage replied that he could easily travel with him in his hand until they reached Kashi. Then Govardhana mountain made a vow to Pulastya sage that if he were to be put down anywhere on the ground along the way to Kashi, he would never rise again from the spot. The sage agreed to this condition. Subsequently, Govardhan paid homage to his father and then climbed into the sage's hand, making himself smaller. They began their journey and reached Vrajamandalam. Govardhan had memories of his previous birth. He knew that Lord Krishna would incarnate in Vraja. A thought arose in Govardhan's mind that it would be good to remain there instead of leaving. Thinking thus, while sitting in the sage's hand, Govardhan increased its weight. Consequently, the sage became very tired. Forgetting the promise he had made earlier, the sage put down the mountain from his hand. After resting and freshening up, the sage tried to lift Govardhan again, but was unable to do so. Despite using all his strength and power, the sage could not move the mountain at all. In response to the sage's question about why the mountain did not move, Govardhan reminded Pulastya of his vow. Hearing this, the great sage's senses became agitated with anger. Frustrated that his efforts were in vain, the sage cursed Govardhana. O mountain, you did not fulfill my desire. Therefore, may your size decrease day by day. Saying this, the sage went to Kashi. From that day onwards, the size of Govardhan has been decreasing. Sanandan also added that hearing the history of Govardhan is sacred. Here ends the second chapter of the second canto. Hari Om. The shloka of how the mountains praised Govardhana is included here.
त्वं साक्षात् कृष्णचन्द्रस्य परिपूर्णतमस्य च गोलोके गोगगणैरुक्ते गोपीगोपालसंयुते त्वं हि गोवर्धनो नाम वृन्दारण्ये विराजसे त्वं नो गिरीणां सर्वेषां गिरिराजो असि साम्प्रतं नमो वृन्दावनाङ्गाय तुभ्यं गोलोकमौलिने पूर्णब्रह्मातपत्राय नमो गोवर्धनाय च.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe for more videos like this.